Welcome to the Business Point Online Tenant Portal tutorial. At Business Point, our tenants are our partners, and in an effort to provide you with seamless service, swift support, and a solid system, we have partnered up with Propertyware to make available to you your own online tenant portal. The Business Point Tenant Portal will give you online access to communicate with the management and staff, put in service requests, view your tenant ledger, rent charges, and payment history, as well as documents as related to your tenancy, such as your lease. Business Point Online Tenant Portal Overview. Through your tenant portal, you can view any community messages that may have been posted by the management or the on-site staff. You can view and edit your contact information. You can start a conversation with the management or the on-site staff, and you can submit new service requests and view the status of your service requests on the right-hand side. Additionally, you can view the summary of your lease as well as your detailed tenant ledger, as well as give notice in a situation where your lease is coming to an end. You can submit service requests from the service request tab as well as see the history of your service requests and their status from this particular page, as well as you can have access to all of your documents as related to your lease, such as your welcome package, your tenant emergency contact information, but more importantly, an online copy of your lease. Alright, so let's get started with the tenant portal. Now, before we can use the tenant portal, you have to create a password for your tenant portal account. When you receive this email and this video, your tenant portal should have been enabled, and you should have gotten this email from Propertyware Tenant Portal Access that asks you to follow a link and create a password for your account. Again, your username is your email address, and your password is going to be what you create. Do note that this link will only be active for 48 hours, meaning if you don't create an account for yourself within 48 hours of receiving this email, you cannot create your tenant portal account. Your account has to be reset, and you can refer to on-site staff and ask them to reset your tenant portal for you, and you'll get another link. Alternatively, you can also send me an email at mahmood@businesspoint.ca. Again, that is mahmood@businesspoint.ca, and I'll be happy to enable your tenant portal for you. Now let's go and get started. So once you receive this email, you will notice that you have a link which you can use to create your account, and it also has a link through which you can log in after you have created your account. This is for your reference, so anytime you need to log in to your tenant portal, you can always click on this link and it will take you to your tenant portal. Or alternatively, you can go on to our website, which is www.businesspoint.ca, and click on the support, and you'll see tenant portal right there. You can click on that and it will take you to the tenant portal, where you can log in with your email and your password once you've created your password. So let's begin. So here we go. You'll click on that button. It'll ask you to create a new password. So I'll make a new password for myself. Alright. Okay, so I created a new password, and it tells me that your password must have at least 8 characters. So I have to make sure my password is 8 characters long. There we go. So my password's now successfully created. That means that I can log in to my tenant portal. So let's start off with, it was my email address and my password. Here we go. So the first time you log in, it asks you to agree to the terms and condition of the software which we're utilizing. You need to accept that to be able to access your tenant portal. So here we go. We're now logged into our tenant portal. You've successfully created an account for yourself, and using the tenant portal, you can access all of your information. So after logging into your tenant portal, you will be under My Account tab. Over here, you will have a few key pieces of information regarding your account. First and foremost, you will notice a community message. This, anytime there is any message that needs to come across from the management to the tenant, you will have this message posted over here on your tenant's portal. So let's give this a try. Let me post a message, and here we go. So let's refresh this. Here we go. So it says that this is only a test message, and please note that the building will be closed, so on and so forth. So this is an example of a test message, an example of a community message that the landlords or the management may post for you that is important for you to notice. If we also take a look, I also got an email indicating that I have received or there's a new community message has been posted on the tenant portal, which you can log in to view what this is. So whenever you do get an email, please make sure that you check the community messages, as some of them might be very important. For example, building closing down due to renovations, or chiller changes, for example, and so on and so forth. Just below the community message, you will notice my contacts information section. You need to make sure that this is updated as much as possible, because if the management, the staff, or anyone that needs to communicate with you, they will communicate with you through your email over here or through your phone over here. Let's say, for example, if you've put in a request for boardroom and it is unavailable, they will need to communicate that with you, and they will do that through here. So it is very important that this information is updated as much as possible. So I'll put in my information here, and let's say mobile. Okay, and I'll save it. Okay. You can also change your email or password by clicking on the link over here. As you can see, change email / password. You can update your email and your password information over here with your current password and your new password that you want. You click on save, and it will update your email and password information in the future. One of the most useful features of the Business Point Tenant Portal is that it allows and gives you ability to communicate with the management and the on-site staff instantaneously, online, and anytime during the day. One of its features is the ability to have a conversation with the management or the on-site staff right through your tenant portal. To be able to do that, you need to click on the New Conversations tab, and we will work through an example right here. You can select your lease for a particular unit. Now over here there's only one unit, but you may have lease with us with multiple units or multiple buildings, and you can choose in regards to which particular unit you would like to have a conversation, and you can write your question, concerns, or a conversation that you would like to have. Hello, I think I may have a water leak in my unit, please advise. And you will click on save, and this will instantly notify the administrator, the manager, as well as the on-site staff that you have started a conversation. Let's demonstrate how that works. And on the back end, the on-site staff will have received your message and they will reply to you accordingly. So if I refresh my page, you'll notice that I have a reply. Please put in a new service request immediately and we will look at the matter urgently. So this is an easy way for us to have a conversation with the management directly online, and it makes the support that you receive as swiftly as possible. Again, one of the most unique and useful features of the Business Point online tenant portal system is that it allows a level of interaction swiftly and instantly with the management as well as with the on-site staff, such as the property caretakers. One of the features is that you can submit service requests for your unit, and to be able to do that, you can click on the new service request button on the main page when you log in, or alternatively, you can click on the service request tab, and on this page, you can click on the new service request button. Let's do an example of how to submit a service request. First of all, you have to choose the unit that you are referring to, that you would like to request a service. Again, you may have multiple buildings or units that you may be leasing out, so it is important that you indicate in regards to which particular unit you are requesting the service, any specific location within that unit. So let's say, for example, this was in the washroom, and let's say there is a leak in the faucet. Please ensure that your primary phone number that you would like us to contact you in regards to this service request is inputted correctly, as well as your email address. Again, this information is pulled from your user profile on your tenant portal. Please make sure that you provide us either your work mobile or your office number that you would like us to contact you on, as well as a level of priority. And the options are low, medium, and high. Low being something along the lines of there's a particular piece of information that you're requesting from the management which is not urgent, which can be looked at within 48 hours. Medium meaning something that needs to be looked at within 24 hours. And high priority meaning it is important that your request is looked at immediately. For this, we can submit a medium urgency and priority. You can specify your preferred time to enter the unit or your premises. If any time is okay, you can specify any time. If a preferred date is you'd like us to contact you at a preferred date or time, you can specify that as well. You can also choose to attach any particular documents in relation to your request. So this could be, let's say, a request from the city for a particular document in regards to your unit, or you may have, in this regards, let's say it's a water leak in the washroom faucet. You can take a picture of it and upload it to us so that we can refer to it before even checking it out. So you can attach any documents and then click on save. This basically shows that your service request has been created, your service request number, as well as all the information that you just inputted, as well as if there is any conversations in relations to this particular service request. You can also edit your service request. or cancel the service request at any time. Let's say, for example, if your issue has been resolved already. If you click on the service request page, you can also see a history of your service requests that you have placed in the past, as well as their status. You can also choose to either view their details or edit your service requests. At the same time, you can also view the status of your service request on the main page when you log in on your right hand side. This will allow us to create the service request, allows us to look into all of your requests as a tenant from the management instantly, swiftly, and make sure that nothing falls through the crack. It is very important that any request that you may have from the management, that you put in a service request through your online tenant portal to ensure that someone is on top of it and you are that you can follow up with at any moment in time. Your tenant ledger, rent charges, and payment history can be located under the My Office Suite tab. On this page, you will notice a summary of your lease, information such as your address, your unit number, and the status of your lease, as well as your move-in date, your lease start date, and your lease end date is posted under the summary section. Your tenant ledger section contains information such as your total unpaid charges. So how much of the charges that has been applied in your account have been unpaid. Any deposits that have been held from you, such as key deposit, security deposit, last month's rent. Any prepayments that may have been made by you, for example, post-dated checks. All that information will be located over here. You'll also notice that it has a line-by-line ledger of your charges that has applied to your account of your entire lease term, starting off with your security deposit, for example, a key deposit of $50 in this case, a security deposit, as well as first month's rent that has been applied. You'll notice that a sales tax has been applied onto the rent, and you have a late fee, or in this case, there's a late fee charge that has applied. Speaking of late fees, do note that there's a $50 late fee if you fail to submit your rent by the first of each month. And in addition to the $50, there is a 0.01% 0.01% of your balance charges that is applied on a daily basis to your account. So for those of you who has not already submitted your post-dated checks, you can do so immediately to avoid any late fee charges applying to your account. You can also print your tenant ledger for offline referencing or for your taxes or accounting purposes. You can print your tenant ledger by clicking on the print button up here, which will open up a print-friendly version of your tenant ledger. You can then right-click and click on print, or alternatively click on the print button on your Adobe PDF reader. When your lease term is coming to an end, and unfortunately you no longer wish to renew your lease with us, you need to submit a written notification that you wish to move out and no longer are interested, you are no longer interested in renewing your lease. At the same time, you also have to give a notice on your tenant portal. To be able to do that, you need to click on the My Office Suite tab and click on the Give Notice button. You can provide the reason for your leaving, your scheduled move-out date, and your forwarding address for your mail. Click on Save, and this will notify us that you wish to move out. One of the unique features of the Business Point online tenant portal is that it gives you easy access to your documents related to your tenancy. To find these documents, you can click on the My Documents tab, and you will find documents as related to the building. For example, the fire exit, floor plans. You will find documents relating to your lease, such as your tenant welcome package, your emergency numbers, as well as your actual lease, or any other documents as related to your tenancy. To be able to download them, just click on the document name and it will download for you, which you can access from at any time and anywhere. I would also like to bring to your attention on the home page, once you log in, a link to a help button. This, if you forget any particular item or if you need more help in regards to utilizing your tenant portal, it's a very comprehensive knowledge base has been developed for you, how-tos, and you can easily access them if you have any questions. Alternatively, also, of course, you can refer to your on-site staff and they'll be happy to help you out with any